Welcome to Room 1208. I'm your girl Mona Lisa. Thank you for joining me today on this bare minimum Monday. As you can see, I'm kind of dressed bare minimum. I didn't feel good this morning, y'all. So I decided to just throw on something, and I'm going to get out here, and regardless of what I feel like, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to do my best to give you guys a good episode today. I'm not going to hold y'all long because, like I said, I don't feel good. First, it was my stomach was upset for a few days, and then I got that under control, and now it's like these allergies are really, really freaking killing me. I don't know what to do. I have taken Allegra. I've been drinking tea with honey and lemon and ginger, mint, what else? Mucinex, choking all night long. I can't take it. And if anybody got any suggestions of what I can take to try to combat these allergies, please, please, please let me know, because I can't take it, y'all. I'm out here struggling in these streets. But anywho, I don't know, my body just going through a lot of changes since I turned 50. I feel like my hormones is just all over the place. I feel like I'm gaining all this weight, and so I'm trying to combat that by trying to eat a little bit healthier. I'm putting the chips down. So for me, I have to do, when I'm dieting, I got to do 2 weeks at a time, because my attention span is not that long. So I got to do 2 weeks at a time. So I'm going to do 2 weeks first, and then when at the end of my 2 weeks, I'll add another 2 weeks, and I'll add another 2 weeks, and so on until I reach my goal. My goal is about 25 pounds. So I'm putting down the chips, and anybody who knows me knows that that is going to be a struggle, because I love potato chips. So I'm putting down the potato chips. I'm putting down the liquor for 2 weeks. No bread, no carbs. Well, I'm going to have a little bit of carbs, complicated carbs. No bread, no no wine, no liquor, and no sodas, whether zero or whatever. So I got my water right here. I'm going to be sipping on that, because with these allergies, I'm trying to just keep this fluid in me, and so I can feel a little bit better, at least by next week. Yeah, so I was looking at something this morning on no, back to the hormones. I don't know what's going on. It's like as soon as I turn 50, my hormones is all over the place. I used to can have some kind of discipline at the table. Like, I just feel like if I sit in the kitchen, I'm just grazing all day long. And it may not seem like a lot of food that I'm eating, because it's not. But I'm just constantly opening up the refrigerator. If there was a timer on that refrigerator to tell me how many times I open up that door, I would probably want to cry. I'm either eating some grapes, fruit, or pickles or something. I'm just constantly putting something in my mouth, and I'm starting to feel bad. Because the other night I came downstairs. It was about 9:30. And I don't like bacon macaroni and cheese, but I love Stouffer's little entree macaroni and cheese. So I had a couple of those in the freezer, and I was a little hungry, but I did eat earlier, probably like 6:30. I had a salad, and then I started feeling hungry again about 9:30. Oh, I don't know if it was because I was just bored. But I went downstairs and I heated up I threw the little macaroni and cheese entree in the microwave. And as I was eating it, I just felt so freaking guilty. I started crying, y'all. I felt like I'm just out of control. And scales don't lie, people do. That's a quote from Dr. Nazarian from My 600-Pound Life. but I just started feeling like so guilty. I'm like, I gotta get a handle on this before I'm on the next episode of My 600-Pound Life. So then I said, after I can finish this macaroni and cheese, because I'm not wasting it, because it's so good, put a little Old Bay season on it. So I said, I'm going to get up tomorrow morning. This was Saturday night. I said, I'm going to get up tomorrow morning, and I'm going to start doing the right thing. So yesterday I did really good. I got up, I threw two sausages in a pan, two little sausage patties in a pan. I boiled 2 eggs. That was what I had for breakfast. For lunch, what did I have for lunch? I had two air fried chicken tenders. And then for dinner, what did I have for dinner? I had 8 shrimp. That's what I had for dinner. So today, this morning, I had an egg omelet with spinach and ham. And today for lunch, I'm going to have a salad. But I really need to get a hold of this because I know when you starting that perimenopause and starting to go through the change of hormones is all over the place, and women they tend to hold on to weight. That's just something that something that's inevitable. You can't get around it because your hormones is changing. It's holding on to things. It's like everything I put in my mouth, I'm just holding on to it. So and I've been eating these Ricolas to try to do something about this scratchy throat and this cough and all the stuff I have due to the allergies. So I'm trying to be careful with these. They didn't have the sugar-free ones that I like, and the flavor that I like. So I'm trying to just watch how many of those I'm eating. But yeah, these hormones are all over the place, and I know some women don't like to talk about it because they feel like it's personal, whatever. No, we need to talk about it because it's horrible. And no, my mom didn't go through any kind of changes. She didn't go through any kind of hot flashes. She didn't go through any kind of weight changes. So she didn't share anything with us because she didn't go through anything to share. So I'm walking through this thing oblivious of, like, I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh my God, my face looking fat. And I do hold on to fluid because I have heart disease. So I don't know if it's the fluid. I don't know what's going on. But I'm gonna fix it. So I ask y'all to be my cheerleaders for this next 2 weeks, and then so on, as I try to stay on the right track, stay away from the chips and the popcorn and any kind of fried foods and bread and all that. And I'm not really a bread eater, but once I start eating it, it's just like the potato chips. Once you pop, you just can't stop. So no bread, no pastas, none of that stuff. So bear with me. So, and I was watching something. What I was trying to say is, I was watching something on the news today, on Good Morning America, and they was talking about bare minimum Mondays, and they were talking about how this Generation X, they're just burning themselves out younger and younger because we're required to do more in the workplace just to survive. While the people that's that's set to retire in the next few years, just sitting back, enjoying life, just waiting for them, waiting for them 2 years to roll in before they hit 65, before they retire. So somebody created the bare minimum Monday. So you use the Monday to kind of pace yourself throughout the week. You use that Monday to go get your hair done, your nails done, your feet done. Just do little things that you want to do to set the pace for your week. And I love that. And it's basically setting you up for the 4-day work week. That's a good thing too. Because I don't know who ever created the 5-day work week. I would rather do 12 hours for 4 days and then be off a day during the week. Just 4 days. I don't know about other people, but I can do 12 hours, do a 12-hour shift, and just work 4 days a week. What I don't like to do, I hate working on weekends. I hate working on weekends because all the jobs that I've had, except for this one, and when I worked at another healthcare facility, we had to work weekends, and we had to do Saturday and Sunday all day long. I hate working on weekends, but all the other jobs that I've had, I've never had to work a weekend, and I don't like it. I don't like it because bad enough you work like a horse all day, Monday through Friday, and then you want my Saturdays too, and my Sunday? No, I don't want to do it. I get somebody else to do it. But let me just pop one of these Ricolas because my throat is getting a little dry. So yeah, the bare minimum Monday. But then they saying that when you do the bare minimum on Mondays, you kind of setting yourself up to have the people who will possibly give you a employee referral, if you would try to apply for another job, that may go onto your record. But I thought that they couldn't share any kind of negative thoughts about you when they're giving an employee reference. But that's neither here nor there. There's a lot of things that we shouldn't do, that people shouldn't do, that they still do anyway. Yeah, but I'm all for the bare minimum Monday or feeling free Friday. Listen, I even take a whatever Wednesday. I even take a whatever Wednesday. But I don't care. As long as I get to do whatever I want to do. Like, just take a day to chill. While everybody else is at work, the roads are not congested. The stores are not crowded. The nail salons are not crowded. The hair salon is not crowded. I I love the guilty pleasures of life. If I could get my nails and my feet done at least 3 times a week, I would do that just to be pampered. I love that about myself, and I don't care if you don't, but I love that. And it just takes a lot of it's good to just sit back and just let somebody just rub up on you, pamper you, and just take care of you. While you take care of yourself. So that's that. So I was watching. I came across this post on social media. I told you I'm not gonna hold you long because I'm really not feeling well. And plus, I gotta get to these crab cakes. I've been trying to make these crab cakes for the last 3 days, and I'm gonna do it today. But anywho, so I came across this post. I was, just on social media. I love TikTok. Please don't take TikTok away, y'all. So I was also, and I seen this lady. She had to be around my age. Now I just turned 50, so she might be like 45 and up. Standing outside this hotel, I guess it's her man hotel room. Nowadays it could be her woman. Who knows? Who cares? But she was standing outside this hotel room. Somebody was filming her while she's banging on this door. You gonna come out of there? I'm gonna stay right here until you come out, Miss. You too old for that. I looked at her, and then some people want, they don't want to be feeling like they just giving somebody that they're with, handing them over to somebody else. Listen, I didn't do it when I was in my teens. I didn't do it in my 20s, my 30s, 40s, and I'm damn sure not doing it in my 50s. I'm not standing outside nobody's door, banging on nothing. Sis, you can have them. You can have them. Because guess what? You're going to be me in 6 months. Sis, you can have them. I don't usually comment when I see stuff on social media, but I had to shoot that lady a comment because she was looking real dumb. Because he ain't going to come out that hotel room because he in there laid up with some chick, and he don't want to be embarrassed like what you doing, embarrassing yourself. And I just feel like it ain't worth it. Like, if you got to do all of that, the nigga ain't worth it. Let him go. Let him go be with sis. Go find you somebody that's going to love you. Somebody that's going to take you to the hotel, pamper you when you get there, rose petals on the floor, and all of that stuff. Sis, let that dude go. That can't be me. It can't be me. And then another thing I seen on social media, this lady running out of Walmart. She done put 3 big flat screen TVs on a cart. Dude chasing behind her. The cart, I don't know how the cart got away from sis, but the car flipped over. She was able to grab one of the TVs. Dude, the TV and the SUV, y'all. Try to run around to the passenger side to get it because I guess somebody was driving. They pulled off. Sis fell out the SUV, y'all. She fell out the SUV, left her shoe, all for a TV that's probably what, $400. I'm not going judge the lady. I hope that her purpose in stealing this TV was to sell it, to either pay a bill and to buy some groceries. Because anybody who shops in this day and time. Food is ridiculous. Okay? We boycott everything, but we ain't boycotting these grocery stores because there's no way that they charging $6 and $7 for a dozen of eggs before the whatever affected the egg crisis. They already had piles and piles of eggs in the refrigerator section in the market. So how you charging us for something that you had already paid a less amount for? Oh, you want to charge us for what's going to happen in the future? No, everything has gone up at least by $2 or $3. I did an Instacart order the other day. I bought 4 oranges, 4 apples. I think I had 7 bananas, a jar of pickles. The case of water that I put on there, that didn't even come. What else did I have? The Stouffer's macaroni and cheese, a box of oatmeal, and a box of the Quaker oats, and then a box of instant oatmeal, and about 4 plums. $60. When they dropped that bag off on my step, it was one paper bag that wasn't even filled all the way up to the top. One paper bag, $60 freaking dollars. Something has to change, and the only way they gonna stop doing this to us is if we was to stop going to the market. And I know people who may get food stamps or SNAP or whatever you want to call it. They might not look at the prices, but I don't get no goddamn food stamps. Okay? So I'm looking at the prices, and every time I go to an aisle, I'm just shaking my head because this is ridiculous. I just don't understand why they're not giving food stamps to everybody. I want to not look at the prices, because you know what they say, if you gotta ask how much is it, you can't afford it. So I'm looking at these prices of this food, and it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Water, for a case of water, used to get 3 for $10. Now it's 3 for $15. $15 unless you got a Costco card or BJ's card. You can get it a little cheaper because we get the 40 bottles for $6.79, which isn't bad. Like Deer Park or whatever, which isn't bad. But what if for the people who don't have those membership cards? Like you go into your local supermarket and you're paying all these high prices for stuff. We got to do something, y'all, as a people, because if not, they gonna just keep on, taking advantage of us. And it's not fair. It's not fair. The government keep talking about it's nothing that they can do. They haven't, for the people who do get food stamps and the people who want to get food stamps, and you could be working and need some help. The food prices go up, but they haven't changed the guidelines for the family amount, the income amount, and the family size. So it's like you fighting this uphill battle. It's just everything is just going up. Gas prices going up. I'm thinking about getting me an electric car. I'm thinking about getting a Tesla now that the prices has gone down. I've been looking at them, and I think I'm gonna go get me a Tesla, because I can't afford these gas prices, and it's just too much. Driving back and forth to Philly for work. It's just too much. It's too much. Yeah. But what's going on with y'all? Listen, I'm loving doing this podcast. I'm out here by myself today because it's the room 1208 with Mona Lisa, and I'm Mona Lisa. So whether I have somebody to come on here with me to chop it up with me or not, the show is going to go on every Monday. Every Monday I'm going to get out here. I'm going to run my dang mouth like I like to do. I'm going to find something to talk about. I got a list of stuff that I put together. But because I'm not feeling well, I just can't seem to shake it off. And I'm trying everything. I'm going to push through it. I'm going to push through it because I have to. Because The show must go on. The show must go on. So what's going on with me this week? Um, I might go get this Tesla. I want a white one. I'm on this white car kick. I've been on it for the last 20 years. I'm think I'm gonna get this white Tesla. Um, Stacks money get a truck. So we gonna, have to discuss that. Because the Tesla is more for economic reasons. And I know well, let's let the baby get the truck. We're gonna say. But yeah, I got a lot going on, so I gotta shake these allergies off because I'm trying to open up a restaurant. I want to do. Anybody who knows me knows that I love to make soup. I can make any kind of soup out there. I love to make beans. Three bean soup, baby llamas, black eyed peas, lentil soup, any kind of soup, I can make it. Any kind of beans, I can make it. And I don't see many restaurants that have beans and soup. They have like sides and stuff like that. So I'm trying to do some, go out here and do some research so I can get a little restaurant off the ground. Nothing big, couple tables, to sell some beans and some soup, some bread on the side, and like some bread and stuff like that, or a little side salad, stuff like that. So I'm just trying to tap into the things that I know that I'm good at, and make some money while I'm doing it. I enjoy making soup. I make a pot of soup at least twice a week. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna be out looking for some spaces today and the rest of this week to try to see where I can like a little location, nothing big, like a little cafe type of setting, couple tables, couple chairs. Um, People come in and they could sit or grab their soup and or beans and bread or whatever and go. But I'm excited about it. And my daughters, they baristas, so I might sell a little coffee. But that's what I'm gonna be doing this week. Also, I gotta check my student loan stuff because I applied for that student loan forgiveness stuff, and I never went back in to see if it was forgiven or not. I did see email come through, but I never opened it up to check and see. Because I do know a lot of people had their loans forgiven, but I know all of mine's not going to be forgiven because I've been in school. I was in school for forever, and I went to school several times for several different things. And I had enormous amount of student loan debt, and then I had my kids' student loan debt also. So I'm going to see if they could take off $50,000, $60,000. That'll help me a lot. Cause I was up there, y'all. I was in the six figures in student loans. I love school, and I was thinking about going back, but I just want to get some other stuff out the way. Because when I do decide to go back, I want to be focused, and I don't want to be playing around with it. I want to get in there, do my classwork, and get out. I don't want to be dragging it out. Um, I know I do got to finish my master's program. I think I got probably 6 more classes to do for that. So I wanna get that finished. Yeah, but it's something that you got to be dedicated, and I just got too much stuff going on right now where I know that I'm not mentally focused right now. But that is on my bucket list. Speaking of bucket list, so I created my bucket list when I hit 50. I said, there's a lot of things that I haven't done in my life. Things that I started to do when I was a kid, and something happened where it scared the life out of me, and I never went back and revisited it. Like swimming. I love being in the water, but I can't swim. So learning how to swim is on my bucket list. Um, I don't have like crazy stuff on my bucket list. I would like to rappel off of a cliff. Not a high cliff, but I would like to rappel off of a cliff. I want to ride on a roller coaster without bearing my eyes and my head and somebody, whoever is next to me, shoulder. I want to be like, woo! That's what I want to do. I want to ride a mechanical bull. I want to learn how to ride a motorcycle. And I want to go on a nude beach. Don't tell nobody. Yes. So those are on my bucket list. Um, I'm gonna check this stuff off. I got it written down, so I'm gonna check them off. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna learn how to swim. I'm not trying to be no Michael Phelps or nothing like that, but I do want to feel comfortable in the water, because when I get in the water, I just kind of stand to the side, and I'm starting to, feel a little bit more comfortable where I'm trusting the water a little bit more. But I just need somebody, a trainer next to me that's going to convince me enough to trust them that if I start to drown, that they're going to pull me up out the water. That's my fear of me going under and no one's there to help pull me back up. Even though all I got to do is just push myself up, but it's easier said than done when you almost drowned as a kid. I've never gotten that fear out of me. So I'm going to do that. Repelling off a cliff, I definitely want to do that because it looks like a lot of fun. And the roller coaster, I don't know if they're going to let me do that with me having heart disease and having this defibrillator, because it might get my heart rate up like high where this thing might trigger whatever. So, but I'm gonna do some research, and I'm gonna actually talk to my cardiologist and find out if I could, because that's something I really want to do. I'm trying to be a little bit more adventurous with my life and not be just such a prude. Um, yeah, mechanical bull. I heard it was in the Xfinity Live in Philly. I heard they got a mechanical bull, so I might get to that this weekend. That's one thing I could check off. I'm gonna hit up the Y for the swim lessons. Find out where I can do the repelling. And when I go to Jamaica this year, maybe I heard they got a nude, or was it Mexico? No, it was Jamaica. They got one of those things where you can walk the beach nude. I'm gonna do that. I don't care. They gonna see these saggy titties, and if you don't like what you see, then don't look. But they titties probably saggy too, so we gonna all be saggy titty in together. But I'm just trying to just be a little free and not care about what other people think, because they don't put no food on my table and no money in my pocket. So I'm just gonna just do whatever Lisa wanna do and not worry about what other people think, and just be happy. I think I'm pretty happy. I'm always happy. Sometimes I go through, just little disappointing times where I feel like I haven't accomplished something. And then I might just start to feel a little sad, but then I shake it off and I, get back on that horse and try it again. So, yeah, I just wanted to come out here and, get to the studio and chat with y'all for a minute or two or three. Just to try to be consistent with what I'm doing, even though like I said, I'm not feeling good. So I'm not going to hold y'all, but I thank y'all for all my listeners and all my viewers each week. Y'all join me, y'all listen to us, and y'all, give us your feedback, and I really, really appreciate that. And until next week. Remember to live, to love, and to laugh. And if you got something on your bucket list, do it. And then we can talk about it next week. Because next week when I come back, I'm going to tell y'all what I did off of my bucket list. Okay? Peace.